Hey, good morning. So nice to be here with you all this morning. As you may know, I'm getting a little personal today. So I'm going to take my time to share with you, take a moment here and let people join. A number of years ago, actually, I won't start there. What I want to say is go ahead and grab your journal and open up to your goal and take a look. And how do you feel about your goal today? What's the emotion, the feeling that you're having towards this attainment? Does it feel really far off, like ridiculous? Does it feel just so close? Does it feel so awesome and invigorating? Whatever it feels, go ahead and write down how you feel and how strong you feel it. And go on over when we're complete here or sometime in your day and do a little bit of harmonizing around that for yourself so that you can get yourself to that goal feeling now and track that into your life later. Good morning, Cindy. No one else, it didn't show actually that you're here. It showed that you just said good morning. So it's interesting, this Facebook Live. But here we are, and I am happy that you're here with me. I was suggesting for anyone watching to go and open their journal, to take a look, to feel their goal, their target goal, and to feel what they feel about it, what number they would give about that feeling, emotion, and to go and process that when we're through. A really good one is video number 25. That one has a couple processes, so if you don't harmonize the first round, then there's another process for you to follow it up with. So I'm going to dive into my dicey topic today. I hope that it is serving to you as well. I know that it will be to me, and so I thank you for receiving me today. Oh, it's not showing up on your phone. Ah, got it. It's a tricky thing, but I'm glad it goes into the vault so people can experience it when they do. So 33 years ago, I was sitting at the kitchen table and I was crying my eyes out to my parents, my mom and my stepdad. And I was sharing with them how my boyfriend had betrayed me with another girl. And the response from my stepfather was, a guy is going to sow his wild oats, and if it's not with you, it's going to be with someone. And I felt like, wow, what are they thinking? My mom sat there and she agreed. And, it's like I was 16 years old and I was like, they think that I should be having intercourse. And I was like, they just gave me permission. And I just thought they were nuts. I thought it was completely inappropriate. And little did I know the impact that would have on my life. Sheba, good morning. I'm so glad you're here. I'm underway with my topic, so thank you for being here and receiving me today. So that was very impactful. A guy is going to sow his wild oats, and if it's not with me, it's going to be with someone else. And so fast forward a number of years, and I'm in my marriage and I'm beyond the dating, that, it's exciting. It's, sex when dating is different than sex when, it's like this routine, it's like an expectation, the fun and the spirit of fun for me was lost. And what I was left with was old traumatic feelings. And during intimacy, I would recoil when I would feel emotions that I didn't like. I would feel, I would travel off in my mind. I would find ways to disappear so I wouldn't actually have to perform and be present with that sexual engagement with my husband. We actually played a number of years of a cat and mouse game during this period, where I would hide when I was changing. I would go to sleep knowing that he was going to be home late. I would be sure that he would, I'd be asleep before he got home. And so thank you guys, everyone that's just joined. So I hope you go back to the beginning and get the whole essence of this, but I'm going to keep on going. So I had some sexual issues, and I was facing it because my stepfather told me a guy's gonna find sex. If I'm not giving it to him, somebody else is. And so I knew that I had to keep my man happy. I knew that. I loved this man. And I just really wanted to feel that connection, that true intimacy. And, we did our best in those years, and the sex did keep us together. It was glue for us, and I'm ever grateful for my stepfather for that statement. And gratefully, we were blessed 16 years ago to meet Satyan and Suzanne Raja and Warrior Sage. And through many, many years, we dove into spiritual embodiment, sexual practices, where I learned to open deeply. And instead of responding to the impulse to shut down and contract during those times where I would have mental flashes or maybe a pain, I would open, and I would widen, and I would just allow myself to feel it and be touched by it. And it was not easy. It was hard. And it was years, many, many, many years, that that these sort of demons, as I called them, would sort of come in. And it was like we were never alone in our intimacy in those years. And so the truth of it is, though, that this understanding, knowing that I'm deeper than the wounds, and that I can open and expand. We were able to get to places in our lovemaking and in our relating, in and out of the bedroom, that were much deeper and more passionate and more impactful than ever. And in fact, we're surprised that it keeps getting deeper. We keep on thinking that we've arrived, that we've been like, oh my gosh, like it's just amazing the depths that we go to when we connect in this way. And it just keeps on getting better and better. And so a few months ago, I was feeling like there was still more. And since those days back when it was a cat and mouse game, where we were, thank you for that, love. We were, we were having, making love more than the average household. I know 3 to 5 times a week is more than average. But we went from that to having a practice of making love daily, and we've been up to that for. It's not. It doesn't happen every single day, but it is in our intention to meet and to connect in that way. It's in our intention to meet that way every day, and yet there was still something that I wanted even more. And so I've heard so long, for so many years, that it isn't up to somebody else to please us, and that it really is up to ourselves. And I thought, you know what? We have such a great connection. We have such great intimacy. I never was into self-pleasure, masturbation. I never. And a couple months ago, I don't know why, but I guess because I was called very deeply to connect to myself even deeper. And so I started a self-pleasure meditation practice. I feel like it's it's like the new meditation. It doesn't replace meditation for me, but I tell you, it's a completely amazing practice, an amazing way to serve myself. And so what is it about? Well, it's about pleasure. It's about touch and writhing and sound and breath and full presence to all the sensations. And you know, I've touched a place in myself where I'd never been touched before. I don't mean touch, I mean like I get myself. I didn't know how suppressed I was, how numb I was. I have been loved well for so many years, and yet this area here, from my neck down to my belly, you know, especially in my breasts and my chest area, were completely numb. I had no idea. I didn't know, you know? And so now I can't keep my hands off myself. And when we're making love, I'm just like, my hands are stroking myself. I just can't get enough. And, you know, I think that it's a place that we can't go with anyone else. I think it's a place that we can only go alone. Welcome, Luke. So I'm going to speak a little bit about perhaps your practice and what you could do. So, you know, it's a daily practice, and I don't think it matters